Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your number one health and wellness cheerleader. And I'm back with a nostalgic exercise that some of you may have forgotten about. Some of you may be doing it right now. But remember, I like to provide you guys with simple tips and strategies. And the reason I do that is because if you get bored, you're not going to exercise. But if you're having fun, you're going to do it consistently. However, you don't want to overdo it. You want to make sure you give your body a chance to relax. And also remember, you need to do strength training with cardio. When you do cardio, yes, you'll see that you're losing weight, but you're not building muscles. And that is the purpose of you doing strength training. Now, you can do that with a kettlebell. You can do that with free weights. You can do that with a total gym. You can do that with your own body weight. And I know you guys are looking at me like, what does she have in her hand? So I'm going to tell you that in a minute. I just want to make sure that I stay on target because remember, we have cut down our time to 20 minutes so we can give you guys all of the juicy tips. So let's jump into it. This is a hula hoop. How many of you guys remember the hula hoop? I remember it. I remember doing it for hours, and it was just like, they would toss them out. You get a hula hoop, you get a hula hoop. And the kids would just go wild. I mean, the boys would break them, but for the most part, the girls would just go wild. Now, they were cheap, so they wore out quite, really easy. Now, they have upgraded the hula hoops. You can still get one like that, but the plastic is a lot more sturdier. You do need to make sure you have an adult size one that's sized for you. Now, you could have to keep in mind, now you could get one that is the total circle where there's no breaks in it. You just got to make sure you have some place to store it. Now, when I say they have updated the hula hoops, this is what I have. This is a portable hula hoop because, again, I like to make sure I give you all simple tips and strategies on how you can exercise so you're consistent. I also want to make sure that you can do it rain or snow or shine. Because when it's snowy outside, people kind of have seasonal depression. So you need to make sure you keep up your endorphins. And you also need to make sure you're doing something that's fun. Who doesn't like doing a hula hoop? Now, don't answer that. I'm getting to that question about those that don't want a hula hoop. But even when it's sunny outside, it may be too hot outside. The humidity may be just too much for you to handle. So you're like, I'm not going outside. It's just one of those days I just don't feel like doing anything. Got it. You really should pay attention to your body. If your body is saying, hey, I need to relax, or hey, it's just one of those, it's not that I've overdone anything. I just need a relaxed day just because. You need to listen to your body, and it's okay. Don't get so off course with that. But you can take this hula hoop outside. You can hula hoop in your house. You can hula hoop anywhere. If you got furniture, you need to move it. But it is portable. And as you see, I put all these pieces together. Now, this particular hula hoop, as I told you, it's a travel hula hoop. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is the 8th piece. So it's 8 pieces in here. Now, when I snap this together, it's going to be a total of 2 pounds. Once you get beyond the hula hoop, and with the hula hoop, I'm gonna show you a couple moves that if you decide you want to use a travel hula hoop and a regular adult size one that's not portable, you can take it apart. There are some things that you could do with it. Now, I'm getting back to that question I proposed a couple seconds ago. Who would not like to do a hula hoop? Well, I love the hula hoop. I just couldn't get the hang of it. And there may be some individuals like you guys. However, that's no excuse anymore. There are hula hoop classes across the globe. You can find them anywhere. You can find them online. You can learn how to do it. I never learned how to do, but I did what I had to do, get a couple, swirls around, boop, and then it'll fall off. I would keep going. But guess what? You're working your quads up and down, up and down. I'm dropping it up and down, up and down. I'm still going. And by the time I got in, it was like, take a bath, let's eat. Did you do your homework? Okay, go to bed. I was happy to go to bed. But imagine you as an adult, okay? You've been sitting all day long. You may not want to do the traditional exercise, but I bring you on exercise. They look fun and easy, but it's not. And it will help you whittle your waist, and it will tighten up that core area like nobody's business. All you got to do is about 15, 20 minutes. You can do that in the morning time while you are brushing your teeth. Do. And guess what? You're working both sides of your brain, right and left side, logical and creativity. Now, if you want to make this 8 pounds, 6 to 8 pounds, it all varies on what you put in here. Now, do not put water in here because, as you can see, I'm snapping this together, which means that there's no seal. The water's going to come out. And if you decide you want to do this in your house, you're going to mess your house up. You're going to mess your furniture up. Now, what they recommend is sand, which I would never do because to me, sand is like salt. You think you have it cleaned up, and then a couple days later, probably not even a couple days later, a few minutes, hours, whatever, you touch it with your hand, you step it on it with your feet. I would never do that. And it's hard to get out of. If you have carpet, it's going to be a very hard challenge to get that mess up. So you could do rice. Everybody gets rice. You can go to the dollar store and get some rice. And you can go to the garden store or your local large box tool place like AC, what is it? Ace, I was about to say AC Moore. That's the sewing place. Ace, Lowe's, Home Depot, or whatever you guys have, and get small gravel. You can see the size of the holes. So the holes are pretty deep, but you want to make sure you don't get the rocks too big. So that's it, small gravel. And you've picked up small gravel when you've gone to the beach. It can get pretty heavy. If they're tiny, but those little tiny ones, when you have a handful or more, they'll give you a little run for your money. And then the rice. Now, personally, the rice is to me on the same scale as your salt and the sand, because I said the sand, they didn't say put sand in here, but I'm just saying sand is no different in my opinion than salt. It's just tiny and it's hard to get up. It's hard to clean. So I would recommend not using it. Please do not use water if you don't want to ruin anything in your home. I would recommend going to your garden store, Lowe's or Home Depot, or again, whatever tool place you have, go to their garden place if you don't have a one that's close to you, and get the small gravel. Now what you do is they have these little nods on here. I think you guys can see that right here. And you push them in and they snap together. Now, before I snap this last one, you want to know, well, if I put all of that in there, how's that going to stay? You don't just want to snap it in. They give you guys these little stoppers, the old bathtubs your grandmama had where she stuck the little thing in so the water wouldn't come out, or maybe your sink is still like that versus you twisting the top up, twisting the top down. Well, you have to use this little knot. Make sure you don't pull the string out, because when you want to change out your weight, or you just don't, change it out, add more, whatever the case, you're not going to be able to do that. So you fill them up and then you just stick it in there. Again, do not pull the string out. As you can see, if you pull the string out, whatever weight you made this, it's going to be like that until you can figure out a way to get that out. And then you simply snap this little puppy back in. All right, now for me, as I told you guys, and I'm actually going to take a class because I'm so interested in this, because it's not a mindless exercise. You got to pay attention, but you can really get a good workout with a hula hoop. Now, here's a couple that you can do. Your arms. You want to make sure that when you're doing your you're working your arms. You are always in, like, especially with this particular move, you always keep your arms here. You don't go all the way down. You keep them in an L position. And just doing this move by itself, you do about 8 or 10 of these. You're going to start feeling it. Even though this is 2 pounds, you're going to feel it because you haven't done anything all day. You can bring it down and bring it back up. You can bring it down and bring it back up. Twist up in the front. You can get your arm, and all you're doing right now is just stretching your body out. You're stretching your body out. I like to use this one just for balancing. So I'm going to move back just a little bit. Balance only, and you can do your squats. One leg at a time, one leg at a time. Switch. One at a time. All right. And that's if you're using this one. You can do open up and plie. Plie. And this is your squat. This was your lunge. I did say squat, but we were actually doing one leg lunges. And try to be even. I did say squat. I'm correcting myself. This is a one leg lunge. One leg. Okay. Now we're doing a sumo squat. Sumo squat. All right. And just using this to do your basic exercises, you will feel it. However, then you need to put it around this puppy and get it going. I am not going to embarrass myself because my class starts next week. And guess what? Get a coach. I am your accountability partner. I am your coach. You're like, I can't afford. Stop. Don't use any language that's going to convince you that you cannot exercise. I want to learn how to do this so I can show you guys how to do it. Well, I got to go to somebody that's better than me. All right. So that's just how that works. Now, we're going to get to this puppy. And this, my friend, is how I like to do it. It's called, this one is a travel. This one is called the smart hula hoop. Now, how you increase the weight on it, it comes with a weighted ball. And this one has sand in it. So, and unfortunately, you can't increase it, put gravel or anything in it. But I'm going to show you how to increase your weight, and I'm also going to show you how to put this together. So again, this is the weight that it comes with. As you can see, there's a ball with a hole in it, and then here's the hoop, and you open the little clasper, you push it back. Can y'all see that? Push it back, and then you stick it inside the little hole, and voila, it's done. But let me show you how to put it together. So this too comes with pieces. You can travel with this one as well. Here's the ball. Now, what I have seen folks do, I personally will not do that. I will just use 2 balls. And the reason I say that is because it comes on a track. It's a track. This is a track. You snap the wheels inside like so. So instead of putting 2 of these, which I don't know why people do that, just put 2 weights on there. You're good to go when you say, hey, I want to increase it. But what you do with this one is you push one up, you push one down. All right. So, and then when you do that, it kind of opens up the end, as you see me doing it right now, and it opens up. And then you measure your waist with the links, and then simply snap it back on, connect it, put your wheel on before you close it up. I mean, it's not a big deal if you stand it up, but you might as well make sure everything is totally together. You put the little wheel in. You snap it on. Smart hoop. I love it. And again, you open it up. Let me get this. You open it up. Push the clasp in. Guys, I love this. And voila, it's in there. But again, you can put 2 of them on there. Now this one, my friend, I'm going to put my shirt in because we're finna go for it. So regardless of which hoop you have, oh, and let me give you another disclaimer. Whichever hoop you have, a regular hoop, when I say a regular hoop, that's the one that does not come apart. It's going to stay together forever. Make sure you have the hard plastic on there, or you can get one of the ones, and then all you have to do if you want to take this apart is feel where the little nods are, and then press the knot in, and then I'm going to switch over so you can see that. Where's my little knot? Press it in and pull it out, and then that's it. Then you press the knot back in and you close it up. And make sure you watch your fingers because you don't want it to snap any parts of your finger. You want to increase the weight. Make sure you put the little stopper in there. So, smart hoop, I just showed you how to put it on. Now, the last thing I want to tell you, a lot of people have been complaining about being bruised, okay? You don't want to do this on bare skin. Put on, I showed you guys the sweat belt. I don't have mine on. I got a different one on because I just want to protect myself. And you put on a shirt. Don't be cute. Be cute on another time. When you exercise and it's time to get to business, it's time to get down to business. And I'm checking my watch because I want to make sure we stay on target. And then with this smart belt, smart hoop, here's my ball. You take it and you go. Now, what I want to, make sure you ain't got no strings in the way. Now, I want to give you guys a 30-day challenge. You can do this for, now you can do your arms up and down. I just showed you guys. And now when it slows down, you bring it up. Okay? Now I'm bringing my legs out, and I'm going to stand back some, because we're going to do, let me put it back on. We're going to do our wide legs, and I may make this a little smaller for me. So I'm going to do sumo. And you see how easy that was? I took that ball, and I went around. My arms are up. Arms up and down, up and down, up and down. And it starts slowing down, you pick it up, which is working your waist. That's so easy. It's easy, but it's going to give you a good workout. 30-day challenge, 15, 20 max if you're feeling froggy. All right? Here we go. Up. Down, work your arms, work your arms, work your arms, work, 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 4, 3, 2, pick it up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15, 20 minutes max. You guys are going to feel it. And it's no need to add 2 of these on your waist. Just add 2 of the balls. And yeah, it's giving me a good workout. You can do this. I'm going to do some more. In place of jogging, swimming, and regular aerobics. And the reason being is because it's an all-over body workout. Don't let it stop. You can stand in front of your TV do this on your commercials. Now, this one isn't a quiet smart hoop, so you can hear it, but you gotta get this belly down. So they know what you're doing. And then you can do this without the hoop. You'll feel it's no joke. It's challenging to do it without the weight. And then when you add the weight, and you're going down and up, working the legs and your abs, it's no joke. All right, guys. So, you want to wear shoes? Wear shoes. I took mine off because I'm on the carpet. But text me and let me know if you can handle the 30-day challenge. Now, what is this? First week of October? Come on. Imagine where you're going to be at, what your abs are going to look like by Thanksgiving. Hey. All right. Come on. Who's in it to win it? All right. Add the weight. If you feel like you're not challenged, if it's too much, you can do this with no weight. And then if you feel you're still not challenged, add 2. All right. It's time to make this happen. No more excuses. Seriously, none. I showed you guys, well, the traditional hoop is a tenuous, unbreakable circle. Woo. And the smart one is the one I got on with the ball, weighted ball. And actually, this is a smart travel because it comes apart. This is a travel hoop that when you first get it, it is 2 pounds. You add in rice or gravel to make it heavier and snap it together like so. Get any color that you want. Make sure you put the knot in so whatever rice or gravel you're adding does not come out. And I'm going to tell you, you need to get going. I think this is the easiest one I have shown you guys. And you can do this. I'm breaking a sweat. And I haven't even, because what you're doing, you're getting your heart rate up. Some of y'all can't even walk up 2 flights of steps without, let me stop. All right, I dare you to do this challenge, 15, 20 minutes if you're feeling froggy, for 30 days. The Smart Hoop 15-minute challenge starts now. All right, guys. I am your host of Simply Fit, Sandy White, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader. And I'll see you guys next week. Oh, shoot. Nah. Psych. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to show you tomorrow. But come back and you can, all of these smart, effortless in your mind, because I know y'all are looking like, whatever. Oh, yeah, this thing going to kick your butt. But you can combine the jumping rope. Make sure you're drinking your water. Look, this is drinking my water because it's getting the nasties out. It's getting the nasties out. And I notice the more I drink my water, prettier my skin gets, my hair gets longer, which my husband wants me to do, so I was cutting it. But look, abs are made in the wintertime. Because all people want to do is sit around and eat. Well, I'm giving you a reason not to sit around and eat. Get your butt a smart hoop and let's get on this challenge. Hit me up and let me know where you at. All right, guys. I love you all. That feels so good. And guess what? I know I got to stop talking. But when those endorphins get up, you're like, hey, you want to feel like that. The more you feel like that, the more you're going to want to exercise without somebody telling you to. And your family and coworkers going to want to know what you're doing. You're going to say, let me get you a smart hoop. And let's see who can do this 20 minutes because I'm feeling froggy. Because when y'all watching those soap operas. I got plenty of commercials in there. Endorphins make you feel good. I mean, you ain't got to eat no sugar, carbs, drink no coffee, exercise. Mwah. Love you guys. See you next week. Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader, coming at you with simple tips and strategies so you can look good, feel good, and live a healthy, long life. All right, guys. Bye.